Previously, on Halo 2.
What maniacal sociopath designed this?
This time, on Halo 2. Shit! It was a rather typical day in High Charity as Arbiter walked through the halls. The Prophet of Regret was just murdered by the demon, resulting in racial tensions and civil unrest, and a radical changing of the guard, ordered by the remaining prophets minutes after Regret's murder, executed within a few hours, and allowing his murderer to escape, without ever consulting the High Council. Truly, a day in the Covenant like any other. At least the Arbiter thought so as he addressed his concerns in a rather half-assed manner.
We have always been your protectors.
These are trying times for all of us.
Understandable, have a good day. Unwilling to protest further and suddenly being tasked with a new suicidal mission, Arbiter said fuck it and went to retrieve the sacred icon.
Retrieving the icon is my only concern.
Dude, with fingers like that, I'll bet Sangheili women are very satisfied. Arbiter went into this mission thinking it might be simple. No chance for heretics having newer, more resilient armor than he has or holograms that did damage. And if he ran into any sentinels, he could just... oh god. Shooting thrice as if that was going to... oh. Okay. In spite of his inability to articulate, Albino Goku seemed to be the only one in the entire Covenant Empire that was actually helpful to Arbiter. Minus that. Though unable to acquire a newer armor system, Arbiter made sure to equip himself properly for the noob combo, just in case. But his earlier prediction was spot on. Sentinels were his foes. Basically the Ungoy of the Forerunner defenders. Good at... nothing. Except dying, really. Although they were quite easy to deal with, their numbers were getting on his nerves, and the fact that they just kept fucking spawning and wasting my goddamn ammo! Fortunately, Arbiter had as many tries as he needed, and once the player controlling him remembered that the wall-mounted sentinel wombs could be destroyed, things got easier. Even more so when he also remembered that the Forerunners forgot to install an object permanence protocol in their defenses. So guess which Arbiter is going to make like a chip and dip. Arbiter then met up with a group of grunts and jackals that, I guess, somehow survived the first few rooms of Sentinels, despite the grunts not being given plasma pistols for some reason. It seemed like the Covenant's priority was to ill-equip grunts for every battle. If they were going against humans that lacked shield generators and thus rendered the plasma pistol almost useless, fuck it! Give every grunt a plasma pistol. Send them into a facility guarded by sentinels that die in just one overcharged plasma pistol shot? Give them needlers! At least the jackals had the right idea. Now if only they could use the charge shot. There we go! Use it. Yay! Good job! Now, if only you walking chickens could do that on command. Also, why don't these guys have beamers? Feeling a bit confident in his ability to get through this mission without much of a hassle, Arbiter was soon reminded that his not-so-new armor system apparently also made sure that his luck would be worse than a grunt's possibility of surviving for more than 5 seconds. As he met this same machine he thought 3 carbine shots was enough to kill earlier. Arbiter hid and began to panic, wondering how the fuck he was going to take that thing down by himself. Because let's face it, his grunt and jackal companions sure as shit weren't going to help, if they even followed him. Trying out the needler to no avail, Tartarus sounded like he was trying to give some sort of advice, but Arbiter just wished he could understand a fucking word he was saying half the time.
Stay in the shadows. Wait till it loses interest.
It didn't take Arbiter long to think of a solution to his problem, though. Plasma grenades. They were a waste on small, easily defeated targets like Sentinels, Flood, or humans, but Enforcers were prime targets. With HAL 9000 blasted to smithereens, it didn't take Arbiter long to eliminate the surrounding Sentinel breeding grounds before he was once again forced by his Forerunner masters to pump some plasma shots into the surrounding masochistic switches. Why has the task for everything Forerunner related been to blow it up or shoot at it? Believing that his mission would soon be over, Tartarus did say they'll head straight to the library once the shield was down, Once more, the forces that govern this universe decided Arbiter's dummy thick cheeks were far too irresistible, as Tartarus decided the presence of a single enforcer was too spooky for him. Instead of, just waiting for Arbiter to shoot it down like he did just 30 What the fuck? This wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to sit through this whole bridge sequence every time. Frantically, Arbiter fought for his life, knowing that if the Sentinels so much as looked in his general direction for too long, he'd be dead. Or if the Flood so much as love-tapped him, his not-so-new armor system would implode and instantly kill him too. After several dozen tries and astonishingly taking down the Sentinel Enforcer, in spite of his plasma grenades having a tendency to phase through its body, the moment Arbiter saw a way out, he decided it was time to make like titties and bounce.
Please, no! Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me the fuck out of here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Diving headfirst into what was probably more tumor-infested territory, Arbiter picked up a shotgun and...
Oh. They have that too, huh? Okay.
Let's try that again. New high-priority target. Shotgun-wielding Flood. Side note, how the hell can these guys even wield a shotgun properly when it needs to be pumped? Unless it turns out Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger cloned himself and died several times on this Halo ring. Oh wait, that's a lever shotgun, not a pump action. Guess I'll die anyway!
God damn, I suck. Holy shit!
Once more, Arbiter heroically used his camouflage that didn't last forever and started to contemplate on why the hell the Prophets couldn't give him newer armor and make this mission a lot easier by just walking through it with permanent active camo, since it seemed like both Sentinels and Flood lacked any semblance of object permanence. Anyway, once Arbiter got past that, he... Why the hell is there a phantom down there? Can't Tartarus just fly up here and pick him up? Arbiter continued onwards and ran into a brand new company of elites that were a little bit unusual in their behavior, as each of them began to abandon the very outpost they were likely sent to secure. And then they started to teabag. So Arbiter joined them.
Very well, if I must.
If you must. Dude, I just gave you a rocket launcher. Don't give me an attitude.
After clearing out the parasite, he continued onwards to the sacred icon, running into...
Arbiter, well met.
Well, look who it is! How's that sunlight drip armor you were given instead of me, jackass?
Arbiter, what are you doing here?
Was Halfjaw really so ill-informed that he didn't know Arbiter was on a mission to get the fucking sacred icon? You'd think that'd be important. Also, give me that. Now tasked with defending the outpost, Arbiter saw how split-lipped Griffith was, somehow not dying. His shields were down, he was screaming in agony, and he was getting shot repeatedly, not in that order. But for some goddamn reason, he wasn't dying. Arbiter started to wonder if there was a fellow immortal in the Covenant. Or maybe it was just the drip.
You have a rocket. Why did you not fire that at me? Holy shit.
Hey, there's a phantom. Now he can pick up Arbiter and they can go grab the sacred... Never mind. Guess it was there to just drop off a specter and fuck off.
We shall cut into the heart of this infestation, retrieve the icon, and burn any flood that stand in our way. The parasite is not to be trifled with. I hope you know what you're doing.
Knowing that his mission was to acquire the sacred icon and nothing else, Arbiter chose the Ghost, planning to just zoom his way through everything, uncaring about his current reinforcements. Because guess what?
Go on. I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
Now, where have I heard that before? Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na.
Keep moving. I'm on my way.
Oh, really now? Arbiter turned around to see if he could meet up with Lil Drippy and his reinforcements, and nothing was there. Oh, was that it? Were those our reinforcements? A single elite on a ghost that didn't seem too enthused about going forward? Fascinating. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. Fuck! Fuck, shit, fucking fuck, damn it! Arbiter felt like this shitty spawn was karma for abandoning the elites behind him, but it's not his fault they don't know where the boost button is. Past the enforcers, past the tank, don't hit the warthog, past the ghost. Jesus Christ, this never ends. Arbiter's mind began to wander, thinking that maybe this was his true punishment. Being forced to die again and again, the salvation of his people within his grasp, only to meet his end and be held back. It was a fate worse than death in its own way. But Arbiter was committed. If this was his punishment for failing to safeguard Halo, then so be it. He didn't care how many times he died. The future of his people, the entire Covenant Empire, rested on his shoulders. No matter what, he was going to obtain the sacred icon. Okay, this is seriously starting to piss me off. With the amount of vehicles Arbiter cruised past, he had to wonder, just how fast did things go downhill? Literally 10 minutes ago, a shield was up that prevented anything from getting inside. And now this entire battlefield became a hotspot for ghosts, wraiths, tanks, and warthogs? After one too many detours from Brutolf Hitler, did the prophets just say, nah, drop 1,000,000 ghosts and wraiths in there, it'll be fine. Also, Tartarus couldn't just pick him up from where he dropped off the reinforcements and take him straight to the library. No, Arbiter had to take the fucking scenic route. Around that last corner, there were several ghosts, a few turrets, and a rocket launcher-wielding parasite waiting for him. Arbiter knew there was only one way to get past this. Come on. Yes! Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, seriously? When the fuck was this clown following me? Here I am doing all the hard work and this dripped out motherfucker is just drafting behind me? How long have you been there?
On your way, Arbiter. I'll deal with these beasts.
Oh, now you're just gonna leave again, jackass? Well, at least he's not abandoning me to wait for reinforcements that'll never show up. Knowing that Sir Fagzalot had a brand new, shiny armor system that was invincible, Arbiter really didn't care, and once again found Tartarus to be the more relatable one.
I see that coward didn't join you. I'll do what I can to keep the flood off your back.
But like everyone else, even he couldn't keep his word. Because keep the flood off your back apparently meant miss every goddamn shot and then shrug your shoulders before leaving Arbiter and his dusty old armor system to the flood's mercy. Enviously, he watched his companions be able to fearlessly tank several strikes from flood hosts. Meanwhile, Arbiter needed to keep his distance, lest his little armor system break from being scratched. And also because sometimes he got a one-hit kill, other times they had a shield, other times it felt like his attacks were doing nothing. Truly, the Flood's greatest weapon was their unpredictability, acting more like a buggy AI than the Sentinels ever did.
Oh, you fucking dipshit.
But finally, his second most annoying elevator ride had come to an end. And without hesitation, he booked it into the library so he could nab the sacred icon and be done with his bullshit. From the shadows, he could see that two lowly humans stood between him and finishing his duty. Performing the ultimate flex, Arbiter dropped his weapons and took them out barehanded, knocking out a literal immortal with a headbutt and bitch-smacking the other after his not-so-new armor managed to function for once. just when it all seemed over, well, shit.